boom, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza, and today we're at the 2024 Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, Arizona. And I'll tell you what, at this show, I was curious to see what would be the big truck of the year. Like, would it be the Cybertruck, which is starting to get out there? What would it be? Well, I'm here to tell you that the king of the Overland show this year is the INEOS Grenadier. We're looking at the Quartermaster behind us that's coming out soon. Lola and I are here. We're going to go for a test drive. We're going to look at the different INEOS Grenadiers that are here. This is specifically the INEOS booth, but we'll maybe roll in some other stuff and we'll talk to some folks here. So let's do this.
I get passenger seats, so you gotta take pictures from the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just set up over here.
Okay, so we're going on this one. Oh, all right. Boom. Okay. Am I riding in back?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm in back, right? Okay. All right.
Tim is up by the front of the Quartermaster over there. All right, guys, what do we want to know?
So this will be my first time driving it. I've been looking at a ton of videos and seen you guys at all the shows.
Okay.
So finally, you guys are the king of the show this year.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get out
I
and see
looked
the rest of
around.
the show.
There's more than I think I stopped counting at 50.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So there's a ton of the Grenadiers here. So I just wanted to actually get it out, drive it, and then I was going to come back and do something, maybe talk about the Quartermaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's roll. There's a button on the side right here. Squeeze that button in, back into drive.
Okay.
You're good to go. We're going to start out in second gear since we're in low range.
Okay.
And off we roll.
All right, there we go.
And
easy enough.
Yeah, we got 2 laps so we can walk and talk.
Oh, okay.
And then we can...
Are we going around twice? Yes. Did you say 2 laps?
Yeah, we're going to go 2 laps. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Going that way?
Straight ahead, yeah. So what do you normally drive? What's your regular...
I have a all-wheel drive Ford Transit, but I've driven a bunch of different things.
Okay, so we're going to pop it over in first manual.
First manual?
First manual, no brake, okay.
Okay, no brake?
No brake.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So there's so much engine braking available in low range that it's going to keep you nice and slow.
Oh, so you don't need to.
Back over into drive.
Okay,
and
cool.
Off we go.
Yeah, so I've driven Ram Rebel, 4Runners, we've had all that
Yep.
stuff. I'm just spoiled. I need a big van behind me. This is cool. I can go as fast as I want. I know what we're trying to do is get up on these, right? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, we are really tipped over. It's hard to capture.
Now, so do I just drive up here?
Nice and easy up to the top. And then while we're rolling, you don't have to stop for it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pop shifter over into the manual mode.
Okay.
We're locking it into the first, no brakes.
No brakes.
No brakes. We leveled off, back over into
So
drive.
it's just doing engine braking. It's just the computer realizes I'm in first, and
That is
how's that working?
the transmission realizing
The
you're in
transmission.
first.
Okay.
So the lower the gearing, the greater the engine braking potential.
Okay.
There is a hill descent control function with this vehicle.
Okay.
We're not using it on that hill. It's just not long enough, or
Okay.
we're not going at fast enough speeds to need it.
So it needs, I can come off the brakes here.
Yeah.
So it needs like a real steep hill, and then you can use that, right?
So hill descent control is not a new thing, and
Okay.
everybody sort of has a slightly different strategy on how they want to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one, the minimum speed's 3 miles an hour. It won't activate below 3.
Okay.
And then it is adjustable via the cruise control toggles.
I hit this one. I just want to see this myself.
Sure.
Right. So 3 miles an hour minimum speed.
Is your right the slowest speed at which hill descent control is going to do anything in this vehicle, but engine braking is so effective that we're barely getting to 3 in first gear.
Okay.
And so, hill descent control wouldn't have the opportunity to do its job.
Okay. So now I think I'll slow down here.
It's good to be kind of close so you can see the articulation, because we can't. It's comfortable and you can't really feel it working that hard. But when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, good, Nick.
So just can we take a look at these guys?
This is a good gap,
Yeah.
Okay.
To see what the car in front, the vehicle in front of you is doing.
So does anyone get on like one wheel in the air here, or?
You mean like
Right there?
Almost. That's what I'm trying.
Almost. They took a slightly outside line.
Okay, I don't know if we're gonna do it.
If we turn in maybe 2 feet earlier than they did, we'll get a wheel off the ground.
All right. You just give me the instructions, and I'll
We won't capture it in here.
Yeah, we won't, but...
That wheel's off the ground. No, that wheel's off the ground.
Oh, okay, so what I want to do...
Straight.
Keep it straight.
Just keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight.
Okay.
Don't turn.
Oh,
keep
so
it straight.
keep it straight,
Keep it
okay.
straight.
I
Keep it
have to
straight,
roll
don't
the
turn.
window down to
Okay.
see what you're doing.
All right, now give me some left.
Can I roll the window down?
You can?
No. Okay.
Give me a lot of left.
A lot of left.
Left. Oh, left front wheel's off the ground.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see what we're doing.
There you go.
So, what modifications have you guys seen people doing with these, or do you really need to modify anything?
You don't need to modify much. So you can
Yeah.
fit up to a 34-inch tire stock.
Stop. Okay.
If you feel the need to go to a 35,
Just wait for these guys.
let's go ahead and go around them. They look
Okay.
like they're,
Getting set up.
yeah.
Okay. You were saying?
So up to a 34-inch tire stock. If you feel the need to go to a 35 or bigger, there is a spring kit from
Okay.
Ibach who actually makes the springs for this.
Oh, they
so
do?
it's the
Okay.
same company, it's just a longer spring, so they can
Okay.
bump it up enough to get a 35 underneath it. And there's some accessories available.
Am I in one?
You're not, you're in 2, so pop it over to you. Straight
press.
across. Nope, just pull the shifter.
Okay.
And then we want to push it forward one time.
Okay,
First
there.
gear. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Get some right hand down. Correct. Time us. But you order. Correct. Time us. But you order.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get that. Really?
Let's get these guys some room. I've been looking at the colors. I feel this baby blue. I'm not sure what it's called, but I feel that's a nice color.
Yeah, I like that one, and they call it magic mushroom. It's the sort of khaki color.
Yes,
oh, right,
we
right.
saw
Okay,
that.
yeah, I think that's what Rob
There's one right there. I think
Yes.
that's a really attractive color.
Yeah, my friend Rob bought one of those. Okay, let's go up here. And it's not that steep, so I don't need to switch over or do that.
No.
Okay.
And we're less than
I saw it went to 1 on its own anyway, it looks like. But does it do that engine braking if it goes there automatically to 1?
to a degree, but in that it's an automatic transmission, it
Yeah.
can upshift if the vehicle speed picks up,
Okay.
and then if it upshifts, it loses some engine braking.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, I see.
The point in putting it in manual is you've locked it into first. You've ensured that it's going to give you the maximum engine braking. It's never going to upshift and lose that.
Okay, so now what was the thing to do here?
So we're going to stay. So aim for that pole with the white and red stripes.
Okay, just aim
For that.
Okay. That shows you your angle that you're at.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you're 18.
Oh, when you're tilted.
Yeah, but
Okay.
let me see. I don't know how much I can get in here.
Okay, so that shows how tilted you are.
Yeah. This is cool, man.
Yeah.
You know, if my Cybertruck order wasn't coming through, I don't know, I'm still tempted right now.
Yeah, this is a very different beast.
Yeah, this is fun. You know?
Well, let me see if I can.
I like all kinds of vehicles. This was fun.
Excellent.
This was fun. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And then just pull up
Yeah,
here.
just pull up behind these guys, and then when we come to our complete stop, you just press the P. Puts it in park.
Awesome. Sweet. Thanks so
All right,
much. I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's fun. All right, guys, so we're here with Tim. And Tim, what do you do with Ineos?
I'm product specialist for Ineos America. Yeah.
All right, very cool. I'm very excited to see that there's so many of these, especially here at the show. I know you guys are probably still building out the dealership network and everything. So, and then the brand new hotness would be the Quartermaster behind us. What info can you give us on this? I guess starting with when can we actually go order these or get them delivered?
Later on this year, you'll be able to order it. It is basically the same as a Grenadier. It's the same engine, it's the same drivetrain. The only difference is it's a pickup, there's a 5.5-foot bed, and it's a 127-inch wheelbase, whereas the Grenadier is 115. So
does it maintain the same approach angles? Or those?
No. So if you look on the back of this, it's a lot less on the rear. So you lose a little bit of departure angle. You lose a little bit of ramp angle, which is the angle in the middle, you know, between the wheels, the ability to crest something. So you lose a little bit of that, but what you do is gain the utility of the bed, obviously. And people were really going to use this. I mean, the Grenadier is a blank canvas to do whatever you want, but this even more so, because people are thinking putting camper conversions and you know, doing different things with it, so it gives you a little bit more scope. So yes, we've had a lot of interest, and in fact there was, even when it was rumoured that it was coming out, people were like, oh, I hope it comes to America, I hope it comes to America, and it has.
Will be coming to America. Okay, so Quartermaster's coming here.
Yeah, it does attract, it is a little bit more expensive than the Grenadier because it attracts a tax called the chicken tax. I'm not going to describe what that is. It's got nothing to do with chickens, as far as we're concerned. But
how many chickens can you carry in here?
But basically, it means that it attracts a big percentage difference in price because they tax it as a commercial vehicle, not as a passenger vehicle.
Oh, right.
So
because of the pickup.
Because it's classed as a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, other than the dimensions, and you know, right up to sort of here, really, it's pretty well up to here. The door's a little bit different because of the shape here. But other than that, it's pretty much the same as a Grenadier. The chassis is the same. The engine's the same. The overall construction of the body is the same. It's treated in the same way. Decoated. It's galvanized. It's alloy doors, alloy hood, steel body. You know, you can get the same options on it. So you know, you can get a Trailmaster, you can get a Fieldmaster. So it's the same.
This. So it'll be Quartermaster.
So
and then Trailmaster will be the
trim.
The trim for going off road.
And that's what this one is. This is actually an American spec. It's not a European spec. So this is a Trailmaster.
Can we go this way? Okay, sorry.
It's got the addition of the sunroofs in this one,
there is a sunroof.
But that's an option. It doesn't come standard with it.
Okay. I think the question that I was going to ask you is, are you guys working with anyone to put bed campers in this, or?
Because it's so new, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that they're keen, like they were with the Grenadier, to really give the aftermarket suppliers a bit more of an open forum to do whatever they want. And I don't know whether you walk through some of the stands here, but you can see not our vehicles. There's multiple stands with different Grenadiers, with different roof tents and accessories on. So yes, we try to embrace that rather than go, no, you must buy our accessories.
I see.
So yes, there'll be a lot of people offering various different things for this vehicle, depending on what you want to do, obviously.
I will roll in some footage of that. That's really what caught me off guard, that we saw so many, I don't know what's the best description of it, tricked out, geared up,
whatever,
stuff out there.
And I was surprised because I thought, well, that's our stand, and I went, oh, no, it's not our stand. Because they're different.
That's exciting to see, because you know, people are always on fence, especially with the story of Ineos Grenadier, how it came to be. You know, you're thinking, man, is it going to catch on?
Story cool though, because
very cool.
Normally, when you have automotive stories like the Lamborghini, you know, Lamborghini built tractors, didn't like the clutch on his Ferrari, and Ferrari told him to go away in a polite, well, probably an impolite way, and then he said, fine, I'll build my own cars, and that's the worst, that's a red flag. And it's very similar with this, you know, Land Rover told Jim Ratcliffe to go away, and a few years later we've got this, so you know, which is his interpretation of what an off-road vehicle should be, because he's owned lots of different vehicles. over the years, and he said, well, that bugs me. That really gets on my nerves. I don't like this. Why are we doing that? And he's tried to really form a bucket list based on those experiences to come up with this.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, like in England, you can get tons of Defenders and all that kind of stuff, but not necessarily upgraded, right? Not.
I think there's a little bit of human nature in that, because everybody in America wants everything that we have in Europe, and in Europe, everybody wants everything you have in America.
Yeah. What is it? The grass is always greener on the other
everyone
side.
wants muscle cars and V8s, and then out here everyone's, oh, I love a diesel little car. Yeah. So it's the
very
same.
true. Very true. But you know, the thing is, exactly when you if you try to bring those over here, you've got to switch the side the steering wheel is on, because you guys use the wrong side. I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
The right side. No, I'm with you. I think you should be sitting on the left side of the car, because unless you're left-handed, it makes perfect sense to change gear with your right hand.
Yeah,
you know.
So weird. When I was a kid, I actually used to live in England.
Oh, did you? Sorry about that.
No, it was fun. I loved it. Yeah. Best place to get Indian food.
Oh yeah. Whereabouts?
Is in England. I used to live in London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm from near Birmingham.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of Indian people there. And Birmingham is seen as the curry capital of
Next
the
time,
UK.
when I take Lola to visit, that's where we'll go.
Yeah.
So but it's, you know, with this, what I really like is you can get something that's modern, you know, and you can get some of the modern amenities, and you don't have to do all of that work, and probably save a lot of money.
What you've got with this is, don't forget, the some of those vehicles are very, very old in their safety features, or completely non-existent. No airbags, no ABS.
Don't even have floors, some of them that I've seen.
No crashability in terms of how it crumples. Whereas this has to tick some pretty stringent, you know, safety laws. So airbags, rollover protection, all of that sort of stuff. So this is a modern interpretation without all the disadvantages, and the fact, you know, the offside of that, I guess, is the body's very stiff for strength, but then it's not going to let water in, it's not going to let dust in. You know, so it's nicer to use, it's quieter. So you could get away with using this as an everyday vehicle, whereas not so much with some of the older stuff, you know, that's been refurbished.
I agree, and I think you said it was Jim Radcliffe, that's the founder. It's in my opinion, cool that he didn't just build one for himself, which he could have probably easily done.
And with enough money you can do anything. But don't forget, it's very easy. If you and I had, I don't know, millions of dollars, and we went to build a car, whatever it was, we could do it. You know, we'd have to do a bit of research and swear at stuff and get irritated and stuff and order stuff off the internet probably. But we could do it. But building a car from scratch for production, oh my God, that's a massive undertaking.
I think the number they say starts around $5 billion to develop something. A lot of money. A lot of money.
A lot of money and a lot of effort. And to make it, and then on top of that, you've got to make it successful. You've got to put marketing into that.
And people have to like it.
And it's no good. It's no good, you know, building it and hoping that they'll come, kind of thing. You've got to make sure, you've got to do all the research to make sure. But he obviously saw a gap in the market and thought, right, this is the right time for me to build this. Let's go for it. And it's
I'm glad he did.
It's proved. I mean, it's proved phenomenally successful. And when we first started this, when we were doing reservations, as soon as the reservations opened up, it was you know, hours that they filled that up fairly quickly.
I see this just getting more and more popular from here. My big thing that I was worried about is, like, are we actually going to get these here? You know, and like we were talking about, are people going to be able to get gear, accessories, and upfit it? But I don't think that's a question anymore. So very, very exciting. Thanks so much, Tim. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Did you have a question, Lola?
Well, I had a question about in terms of people liking it and the design elements on the Ineos.
Come on.
I had a question about in terms of people liking it and the design elements on the Ineos itself. The outside badging, like these ram
you mean
tracks.
the L tracks?
Yeah, the L tracks and the inside, all the gadgets on the roof and all of that. Where did that come from, and what is all that about? To me, it seems a lot, but
there's several questions there. So let's deal with the first one. So when you say the L track, what do you mean? Where does it come from? What do you mean?
Well, what was the idea?
What inspired that?
Putting that on the outside of the vehicle.
So this comes from the aviation industry.
Okay.
So originally, if you get on a military transport plane, you'll find this. It's a slightly bigger version, but they have tracks in the floor so they can tie stuff. You've seen a C-130, a Hercules, and they have a pallet or whatever, and it's strapped down. And obviously there's different sizes and dimensions, big ones, tall ones, short ones, whatever. So they need to move those hooks on the floor so they can strap it properly to stop it moving. Yeah. So and it's gravitated onto military vehicles. A lot of like special forces vehicles have this on for camouflage netting, equipment, ammunition, weapons, whatever. And now
pickup trucks have had it now in America for a while, but on the inside.
Yeah,
right,
on the inside,
on the
yeah.
outside.
And some vehicles have it on the bed, you know, on station wagons and things. So that's where it comes from, and the idea is that it's adaptable to whatever you're putting on the side. Now, with a vehicle like this, you could there's a table available where it comes out here, and about a foot you can get about, I think it's 90 something pounds for a foot. Obviously, the further out you go, the less weight. The further in, the more weight, and that brace is here diagonally.
Oh, I see. So that's why you've got these points down here.
Okay.
So and there's obviously this, using it singly is a lot less. If you were using the vehicle camping, it's like the one we've got over there, they call it the bat wing, you know, with that big. If you
so
were
it does serve as a table.
So it serves as a table, so you've got a flat surface here, a flat surface, and a flat surface on the fender. Because that was one of the things that when they were thinking about this, one of the things people said, I want flat fenders, because I don't think there's any cars with flat fenders anymore, is there?
No,
not
they're all
many. Curvy and wavy and lines everywhere. What was the other thing you asked me?
And then the inside.
All the accessories on the inside,
so on the inside, so as we took the test drive, on the inside there's a lot of buttons on the roof.
Right.
There's a lot of gadgetry.
Okay,
to me. So I'm like, well, there's a lot going on inside.
Well, there is a lot going on, but it's visually a lot going on. And there isn't visually a lot going on because he wanted to concentrate on buttons to turn stuff on and off. Not have a bunch of menus. Now, a menu is great because it saves space. So if you jump in any modern Land Rover, Mercedes, Lexus, whatever, most of the functionality is controlled by a menu.
Right.
So that means you can design a nice dash and have buttons everywhere. But if that screen doesn't work, or you've got dirty hands or wet hands, you've got gloves on,
you're stuck.
You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I agree.
Less likely to do that in a Lexus anyway, or a Mercedes
But it
GLS or whatever. But it can happen.
Work.
So the idea is to have buttons. Now, because you've got lots of functions on this, because it's an off-road vehicle, it's got differential locks, it's got off-road mode.
I noticed.
You've got all your extra wide-in buttons for lights and winches and all the rest of it. You need more space. So we've utilised that space on the roof. Yeah. So, and it's kind of aviation inspired, because on an aeroplane there's lots of functions in a plane, and you run out of space, so you've got to put it somewhere. So the roof's no place to put it.
And there's one you're leaving out, Tim. It looks cool, Lola.
No, it looks,
Right.
It looks cool. That's the big
Let me
part.
tell you a bit about the functionality of the truck. So we look at this, whether you're looking at the Quartermaster or whether you're looking at the Grenadier, we look at it and go, wow, that's cool. It looks like, you know, lots of Land Cruisers, Land Rovers, Jeeps. It looks like a cool, purposeful vehicle. But the shape, it does look cool, is very, very functional. Because let's say you go to Home Depot and buy some boxes, right? What shape are the boxes? This is a ridiculous question. It's a box shape, obviously. What shape is this? It's a box. Yeah. It's not. And a lot of cars now have are all curves because they're prioritizing styling, aerodynamics, over functionality. So that's why this shape works. And if you look, this is a bit difficult to see because it's up on a ramp, but if you follow your eye line where you would be sitting up, you're a driver, follow your eye line down to right at the tip of the fender, you can see a maximum amount, and also you can see where the end of the truck is. Now, I'm sure you've been in modern SUVs, no matter what brand it is.
To sit up high in order
you have to sit up high,
over.
and the last thing that you see is not the last thing on the car, because there's a huge blind spot. So, and when you're driving through trees, you want to see where the front is, where the side is, and same with the mirrors. When you look down the side of the mirror, so if I was in this and I look in the mirror, I look all the way down, I can see where it ends.
Where it ends.
Whereas on an SUV of a particular design, especially modern design, you ain't going to see the back, and that's why they put a bunch of cameras on it.
It's not like to see.
So the shape is a functional shape as well as looking cool.
Makes sense. And I agree. I can see that.
And then also, you know, I think that what happens is that, let's say you want to add on stuff like lights or whatever you come up with, you've got switches you can connect that to.
Yeah, the functionality.
Aftermarket.
And a lot of, because this shape is a lot of vehicles, you can get universal light bars, universal this, universal that, because most of the vehicles are this kind of these dimensions. A light bar for that's I don't know, that wide will fit on a 4Runner, it will fit on this,
Yeah.
it will fit on a Land Rover, it will fit on a Jeep, it'll fit on anything, obviously there is some specific stuff to it,
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks so much, Tim. I really appreciate that. This has been fun. I really enjoyed the test drive and what it could do. Very exciting to see that it's out here. I've got some friends who are waiting for it, some people who already have it.
The big question is, have you ordered one?
I haven't, but I'm getting closer and closer all the time. That test drive, I think, just like might have pushed me over the edge there. So I would be very interested in the Quartermaster, as you said, because doing overlanding, you know, I would love to put some kind of bed camper in here, and I'm really looking forward to someone being able to do that. Like, you know, I'm a little spoiled. I need hard-sided, you know, bed camper, not like soft-sided tents and stuff like that. So I think we'll see that soon. Yes. Thanks so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
If folks out there want to know more about this, find dealers, etc., how do they do that?
So you need to go onto the website and have a look at the dealers. We've got 18 dealers so far. They are expanding a few more. So it depends where you are in the country. But yeah, there's lots of dealers that we have. But yeah, they are thinking about putting some more dealers in to deal with the increased demand. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you're enjoying our coverage at the 2024 Overland Expo West in Flagstaff. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.